And I'm live. So good morning. It is still morning here for another 15 minutes. So today, everything dug up potatoes today. That video is actually loading up right now and it's taking a little while. Got me two nice fresh green peppers from the garden. Cucumber. 3 jalapenos. Because we're going to make it a little spicy today. So what do we start it with? Bacon. Bacon. And we went to the Ivy yesterday. I bought 10 pounds of bacon. And the guy in front of me, he's like, yeah, I'm here for the bacon. So me too. He goes, how much you getting? I said, I'm getting 10 pounds. Because I am too. Get 10 pounds in 2 pound increments. I'm doing the exact same thing. This is water. Good morning, everybody. So fresh potatoes, fresh peppers, fresh jalapenos, fresh cucumbers, farm fresh eggs. You watched my video, I just loaded up. Went to the neighbor and got fresh eggs. So first, let's get the bigger skillet. Where is my skillet at? Right, this is what I want. And need a little bit of clean real quick. No problem. Got this thing called running water. So yesterday I had fun and like I had an aha moment. I said, wow, now that we can link up to their Wi-Fi, why not have a live stream there? So we did. I think everybody joined in. There's a guy hit with a copyright, but no biggie. You catch up the comments here. Tomatoes and bacon. Well, bacon. So we're going to do bacon, potatoes, peppers, jalapenos, and eggs for our meal. And then probably tomorrow we'll be back to BLTs. But I have 3 tomatoes left. And probably by tomorrow I'll have a few more that I can pick. I'll make sure I don't have any in my bag here. And weird if I forgot about them. I didn't. Okay, we're good. So it's like the tomatoes are producing just perfect. Not overproducing, not underproducing. They're just right. So we're going to start with bacon. I'm waiting for the pan to dry off, get a little warm. We had BLTs last night when we got home. Those were good. Then I do have the farm eggs. Picked up 2 dozen. We had more, but I like about carry. All different colors. You got tan ones, green ones, white ones. The colors. They are fresh eggs. And usually what I'll do is I'll add a regular egg with them or 2 until I run out of them. Now I have his phone number. This pizza any good?
Yes.
Okay. Good thing I asked. The chicken. The chicken gotta go. We're gonna empty out using the refrigerator. That's right, I wanted to get some regular eggs. So I will use some regular eggs too in the mix. Just I don't want to use them up. I try to stay with the fresh eggs as much as possible. Now that the pan is warm, I'm going to throw in some bacon. And the bacon is for flavor, and it's for protein, and it's also for the cooking medium. The cooking in bacon grease is better than cooking in seed oil. Because one of the things that they misled us about, just one, I think back in the 70s. There we go. So, another successful day on my channel. The Friday came across, and it seems like I'm getting more engagement, and y'all are watching an ad or two, which I appreciate. And I even bought something from the ads, so not bad ads. But I do appreciate that. I appreciate the support from everybody. And as always, remember to like, subscribe, share, all that YouTube-y stuff. Some shout outs to the channels I like to follow. I caught both live streams this morning of the Angry Prepper and the Angry Truth. Jason, same guy. John at Prepper Nation. Rudy at Alaska Prepper. Michael at the Body Beatdown. Then you got the Predator Poacher. Young kids lifting. You got the Body Not So Fit. Doing all those fancy push-ups, one arms, claps, flips in the air, all the stuff that I won't do. So went to the Outpost out in Utica, listened to a band, real good singer. And then we went to the grocery store and got 10 pounds of bacon. We got some pork chops, and we got some other necessities, and life was good. So now that we got the bacon starting to cook, the first thing we'll chop up will be the potatoes. The potatoes will take the longest to cook. Got my knife from Cutco, and he is in the description. Well, you can tell these are fresh because there's a lot more texture when you first get them out of the ground. Now, what is funny is when I bought the seed potatoes, they have them in different bins, white, red, and yellow. Yeah, looks like they are all white potatoes. This is the third bag I've dug up. It's all been the same. And I thought they were. I said, well, they don't really look different to me. So I cube them up. Let me chop this one up. So this is the one I dug up 2 weeks ago, and you can already tell it slices a little easier because it's a little bit older. It's still newer than anything that you'll get in the store. And that's why a lot of times when you buy those store-bought ones and they're sitting in your pantry for a couple of weeks, all of a sudden you're like, oh no, they're no good. Where these, they can sit in the pantry for 2 months, still be fine. Because they were dug right out of the ground. And like I said, the time you get the ones in the store, they're probably a month old, at least. Oh yeah. There's a lot more texture to it. A lot more of the nutrients. Ooh, I wasn't gonna take the food bucket out. I'll have to do it for this time. And the bigger the cubes, the longer they take, but then generally the more flavor they have. You don't want to make them too small. You want to make them just right. I'm already getting hungry. Hey, Kavik, how we doing? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for the thumbs up, everybody. Appreciate it. I guess that's really important for the video to get pushed to new viewers, is how many likes you get or reactions. I know I have a few people out there, and I think they just do it to every channel. They just hit the dislike just to do it. I still think it pushes the video, so I don't really care one way or another. It's going really well. So, yeah, this morning, went out to the garden, did a little work, sat on the deck, had coffee. Cat was on my lap quite a few times, just loving it up. Went out to the pond, went back out to the garden, and now it's time to cook and eat. And then in a couple hours, I'll be heading to work. That is my Sunday. Saturday is a fun day. I don't work every Sunday, and I don't think I'll be doing it next Sunday. Kick up the heat just a little bit. So I got the potatoes ready. Once I throw the potatoes in, then I add a little cut up the peppers. But while we're waiting on that, I can actually do my cucumber dish. So I just rinse them off. I don't really have to worry about any sort of insecticides, so I don't use them. But you do want to get the dust off and that. And then what I do with this is I make a, just throw them in water and white vinegar. Let me get some more water in here. I use filtered water just because I don't want the calcium and the iron and the stuff that may be in the water reacting with the vinegar. Worst case scenario, it'd make it discolored. That's about it. I got white vinegar. I use a smaller bowl this time. I don't need the bigger one. So this glass jar, and then what I usually do, not that I have to, but I don't, but sometimes just for aesthetics, I just kind of peel off 3 sections. Even though the skin probably has more nutrients than the rest of the cucumber. I have so many being produced, I can afford to peel some of it off. And that goes in the food bucket. And if you watch enough of my videos, you'll see I just throw this stuff right out in the dirt. Go to till it in. And in about a year or 2, it becomes compost. And we turn it back to the soil. So all the stuff that I process here in the kitchen goes back into the garden. So where's my dill weed? Here it is. So what I'll do is if I'm going to do layers, I'll put some dill weed in there. And you're making kind of like instant dill pickles. And they'll last for a week in the fridge. Generally, they don't last a week because we eat them. So it's like 1 part vinegar and about 3 parts water. It's plenty. So I have to wait for that to filter down. I'll top it off with the water and put it in the fridge. And it makes a great, healthy, and tasty snack. Mental note. I probably need to get some more doughy here in a bit. But probably not this year because I don't make this dish with the store-bought ones because, once again, they're old. There we go. A little more heat. So I'm holding body weight, holding right around like 233, 235. A lot of it's because I'm eating cleaner. But I think another part of it is I started taking this ashwagandha, the ginger root. And I think it's helped kick up my metabolism. So seems to have been, because I was holding right around 240, 242, eating clean, and then I've been taking this for about 3 weeks now. I'm down another 5 pounds. And my strength is still increasing, so that's pretty good. So I'm pretty happy about that scenario. There we go. Got the water ready. We just top it off. And put it in the fridge. And usually within about a couple hours, it's absorbed enough. Maybe in right now, but it'll be like, why? Didn't give it enough time to soak that in. Right, with tomatoes, if I'm not going to have BLTs, I'll just slice the tomato up, salt and pepper over it. And that is good eating. Then when I get done here, I just put more filtered water here and put it back in the fridge. Like on a hot summer day, I'll drink 5 or 6 of these, or maybe even more before I go to work. And then we have water at work. But what people don't realize, or sometimes I think they forget, is even in the winter, you need to drink water. Because you are expiring water vapor. There we go. So even in the winter, you need to drink water. A lot of people do dehydrate themselves in the winter because they don't realize in your breathing, you're still getting rid of water. You're getting rid of water in your sweat and your urine. So remember, you have to stay hydrated even in the winter. Once again, just wash the dirt off. Once I get the potatoes in there, which I'll spice up with fresh ground pepper and sea salt, we'll chop up the green peppers. So, after questions and answers and all that good stuff, let's see if my other video is uploaded yet. I didn't know if it was going to let me do this. Upload a video and also have my live stream. So it's still uploading, 90%. Probably slowed it down, but it still seems to be doing well. So I'm going to shout out to Ray for all those memberships and that, and I hope some of y'all consider to stay a member. Remember, you can email me at scottishfitness@gmail.com for any nutrition or workout advice. If you want me to play up a nutrition meal plan or workout plan or just discuss, what you could do to tweak what you're doing already, feel free to send that email. I do look at my email on a daily basis. And I do appreciate the thumbs up. Everybody pops in. And I know a lot of people will be watching after the fact. And if you want to make comments, you can put it in the regular comment section, and that also helps push the video forward. So if you're watching it later, after the live chat is over, you can still go in regular comments and say hi, and that helps me out. I appreciate it. And of course, hitting the thumbs up always helps out. So this morning I had a V8, kind of get myself moving. So I had a coffee with the wife, and then I had a glass of milk, and I had a V8. Then I went out to the garden. I bought a case a while ago, and then because the garden has been producing so many vegetables so early, because of the ones I transplanted, I kept during the winter. Well, then I wasn't drinking them because I really didn't need to, because I was getting plenty of vegetables. That's processing. So bacon's just about ready. We'll get our plate out to set it on and let the juice drain into the napkin. Of course, I use the bacon grease to cook everything in. It's healthier for you. It's better for you. It's more delicious. And a lot of times, if I don't have enough bacon grease, I can throw some butter in there. Or I do have 2 tubs of bacon grease. Because when I have the BLTs, I do get a lot of bacon fat. And then what I'll do is I'll pour it in there and save it. And I can use it to make tortillas. I can use it to cook with. If I'm going to cook hamburgers in the cast iron, I'll put that to season the cast iron. And in the center, almost ready, really close to putting the potatoes in. So once again, I do appreciate everybody's support. The channel has boosted in the last 3 weeks for some reason. I think a lot of it has to do with Ray. And I hope that continues to carry on. If I can make some decent money on this, then I won't have to work as much overtime. Or I can do both. Be greedy. But I think the only thing I haven't done today is I haven't went out for a walk, and I don't think I'm going to. What I think I'll do is I'll bank that energy for dips at work. Dragonfly up there. And as I'm walking through the field, I can see that we're starting to get the grasshopper plague. So about this time of the year, you start seeing more and more grasshoppers. And then soon after, I start seeing more and more spider webs, because there's more grasshoppers out there to eat. And then you see the birds coming in here, starting their migration, and that correlates with those grasshoppers too. So it's that circle of life. It starts with the plants. Well, it actually starts with the sun. And understand, without the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, plants wouldn't grow. So when they're talking about, well, it's 400 parts per billion now, it used to be 350. Well, yeah, the plants are doing better. We're getting more forest. It's actually a good thing. They're selling fear to raise your taxes. Now, clean up the rivers, clean up the lakes, clean up the oceans. Absolutely, we need to do that. And there's a way of doing it, but they're not spending their money to do that. That's why when I walk down the road, I pick up the cans. Does it necessarily harm the soil? No, it doesn't do it any favors. So that's me doing my part. Also, we don't throw trash out on the road. We wait to get somewhere and we put it in a trash receptacle. People that just throw it out the road, it's just lazy. And, there is a $500 fine if you get caught doing it. I'm also putting trail cams out there. But I digress. It's cooling down now, so I'll probably start doing my hikes back behind me in the woods and see what we can discover back there. I might do that tomorrow morning. That might be my, I'll go down there and then I might upload it as a premiere. And that should be fun. If I can get out there and get back before Prepper Nation has his video. He's been handling around 8:45 down at 8:15, so that might make it possible. All right, so the bacon is now, I can pull the bacon out. And let's put the potatoes in. Here's my secret spices. Consistency like salt and pepper. Just a rumor. Let me get a refill for this one. And then I feel like there's not enough bacon grease in there, which I feel there's not. And I will add some butter. And I just put about a tablespoon in there, and what it does is it adds flavor. Make sure you get the plastic off it, because that adds flavor too, but not the flavor you want. Now, we'll cut up the peppers. Which I washed. Oh, that's a nice thick one. Nice thick skin. It means they have lots of flavor. Another nice thick one. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. You don't get this flavor at the store. Because they're just too old. You know, you can still eat them, but they've lost a lot of their flavor and some of their nutrition. And this is why I garden. It's just better flavor, it's better for you, and I enjoy doing it. It helps when you enjoy it. My dad taught me how to garden, and out of the 6 kids, I was basically the only one that really spent a lot of time there, except the older brother. And he grows stuff. Middle brother, Matt. I don't think he does. Oh, yeah. Now, that green pepper's ready. So let's give the potatoes a stir. Can't stand heat. Yeah, it's kitchen. And we got our little sprinkle of the spices. And so let's keep this over here. Now time for the jalapenos. Very important to wash your hands after you do this. Just joining in. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up and pop in the chat and say howdy. We like hearing from the people who come visit the channel. So chickens, the eggs are from the neighbor's chickens just down the road. The bacon is from a Hy-Vee butcher. And the potatoes, peppers, and jalapenos are from my garden, about 100 feet that way. Oh my goodness. And because my signal is so well, I might just walk you out there and show it to you. Best way to support the channel is to like, subscribe, and share. A lot of times suggestions become videos. So a lot of my videos were based on questions asked from my subscribers. But I can't think of everything. And sometimes I get really good advice from them too. I mean, I'm taking moringa, which helps me breathe, and that was from a subscriber. The ginger root there from another subscriber. And both those things I have felt significant results from. You know, some things I take, I don't really know if there's a big change, but it's probably still good to stay with it. But on those two items, it made a significant difference in my health. My health wasn't bad, but it's now better. And it's kind of funny because my mom used to, she used to sell Shackley vitamins, and God, she'd give us all this stuff, and being typical kids, we rebelled. Well, she was on something. She was on to something. Not on something, she was on to something. Woo! All right, we'll give that a quick stir. And because we have time for it to cook, I'll walk you out to the garden. Because I have my signal will actually go out that far. Now it may not be as crisp or clear. Over the potatoes I dug up earlier, minus the few I just chopped up. Now here's the walk to the garden. The corner pretty much has been may actually have something to eat. I'll check them out tomorrow. There's my cucumber plant. And all the way across there and all the way out there is my squash plant. Those carrots I'll have to dig up here pretty soon. Got some onions. My pepper plants. The next layer of lettuce that'll be popping up here pretty soon. My tomatoes. My peppers. And these 5 plants I dug up from last year and kept in the house. I trimmed them back, and then as soon as the weather allowed me to come back out and replant, I did. And I was getting peppers in June because of that. Where those I planted from seed, I didn't start harvesting peppers from those until nearly August. The one potato plant that's still flourishing, and that's the one I just did, and that's what I'll do next week. As long as that's green, I'm not going to harvest it. So, pond's out that way. And I think my signal will reach out that far. Now, since this morning, I mowed a path. So those long weeds wouldn't. I don't know if you can see them if I move slower. But those are all the grasshoppers. And what will happen here fairly soon is I'll have probably 50 spider webs across here, taking advantage of the food source. Well, these are flying grasshoppers. There's lots of different species of them, which makes them a little harder to catch. I want to try to catch one. Oh, I can feed the fish. They're fast. I used to be quicker. There's, I think that's a painted lady. Yep, that's called a painted lady butterfly. And they let me get pretty close. Maybe I can cause one to. Let's come up here quick and see if I can catch a turtle. Nope. Here's the pond. There's a lot of fish in here. I've bought minnows to put in here as a food fish. You can kind of see them out there. Well, you're probably not here. It's probably not a good enough camera. And then I trapped bluegill from Mud Creek and let go in here last year. So they have reproduced. And then this year I caught 2 yellow bullheads and I put in. If there's any comments, I'll catch them when I get back in the house. It's obviously too bright for me to see anything. And when I'm at the pond, I'm probably at the limit of my Wi-Fi. I was looking at some Wi-Fi extenders. I don't know if I need them. I don't think they would give me significant more range, but maybe I'll have to put one in the shed. There's the oak tree. Here we go. I got some comments. Like number 5. Hey, bad body, not so fit. Thanks for popping in. Appreciate it. Wonder who would win, yeah. Hello, everybody. So this is the oak tree I have my chance underneath. There we go. Just making sure I'm catching up to everything here. Yeah, and this is stuff I could never really do before. But my hot spot was limited in both its ability and how often I could use it. Now that I got Starlink, I no longer have that problem. Alrighty, let's go back in and stir the potatoes. Perfect. Another stir. I get pretty close. the eggs, I can just add the eggs right into them, and they kind of form like a binder. But sometimes I cook the eggs separate, but we're going to add them in right into them this time. But not yet. Let me get another thing of water. That was a tour of the outside. Now here we got the wife working on the and time for more hydration. Did I fill this one up? Oh, so, a zero water pitcher. It works okay. I am thinking about bringing the Berkeley out and setting it up. But I'll have to find a place that makes sense. That's not going to fit underneath the counter here. So until I figure that out, well, let's use the zero water pitcher for now. And usually in the morning during Monday through Friday, I make a shake. So it's Fairlife milk. It's a couple scoops of weight gainer protein, a banana, 2 eggs, and sometimes a big thing of peanut butter. And that gives me all the energy, plus a little bit extra that I need for a good workout. So that really is helpful. And another video has been uploaded. Let's check it out. Oh yeah. Wait. Forgot to set the monetization. I don't remember not setting that. Oh man. I should have done better than that. I don't know why it just doesn't do it automatically. Well, I know why. Go to garden party. It's having a hard time saving. There we go. Reminisce with my old friends. Yeah, so I can hear why I do a little maintenance with my uploads. There we go. And I'm back. My food is on its way. Well, there you go. Prepping Artist, good afternoon. Prepping Artist, if you want to pop a link to your YouTube, go right ahead. That's something you can do as a moderator. And I believe you're having I think you have something at 4 o'clock today, is it? I think that's what I think. Pick the meat up just a little bit more. But yeah, Prepping Artist, you want, go ahead and put your link to your channel there so people can join. And anybody else, Bad Bodies Will Fit, you can pop your link up there too. There we go. And yeah, it's about that one. Quick trip to the veggie store. There we go. Things I can do now that I have an internet. I'm having a guest at 4 Central Time. And then I go do Thursdays at 6. Yes. With that game conflicted. My buddy bought a few of those decks and he was telling me about it. It's kind of interesting, makes you think, kind of gives you those, what would I do? Not that you would do that when the real situation happened, but at least you kind of got some thought process working on it now. There we go. All right. Things you got to do. Keep the channel going. So, peppers are really close to be putting in. And once I do that, we're really close to having everything done. Another going, hey, hello, how we doing? Thanks for the thumbs up. Here I'm cooking potatoes, green pepper, jalapenos, and eggs. So welcome to the channel. This is the nutrition part of it. And everything I got from either the butcher, the neighbor, I got the chicken eggs from, and all the veggies 100 feet that way from my garden, which is just a little bit earlier in the chat. I did walk out to the garden. I did walk out to the pond. So if you do rewatch it, you get to see that. I do appreciate the thumbs up. That helps the channel. A lot of times when I'm at work, I will stop into your channels and I'm just in there to hit a thumbs up because I can't hear anything because I got so much background noise going and I got ear protection in. I go in there and I, stop in and say hi to everybody and then I hit the thumbs up to help out with your algorithms. And I appreciate those who do the same thing here. It does make a difference. I think we're just about ready. So this is what I talk about, a good meal, a really good meal. It takes 45 minutes. All right. If you're in a restaurant and you order a regular meal and it's out in 5-10 minutes, well, I'd be suspicious. Let's add the peppers. And of course, once those jalapenos hit the heat, woo-wee. And I gotta make sure I give them a good stirring. So all the jalapenos not sitting in the same area. Because I put 3 of them in here this time. Usually it's 1 or 2. And the only time I add a new veggie to the mix, it's a good time to pop some more spices in. Especially when I can tell that it's not grinding well because it's getting really low. But I do have another one reserved. And then we do sell refills, so I need to get a refill. Oh yeah. They're getting ready. There we go. Perfect. Woo! I can smell jalapenos. And jalapenos are a lot of nutrition actually. A lot more fats than the green peppers have. What I do is I just break the bacon up in there, so it'll disperse throughout the whole dish. And then like one more stir, and then it'll be time to throw the eggs in there. And once the eggs are in there, it's only a few minutes before everything is ready. Probably at least 6 eggs. If you're between the eggs, that's 36 grams of protein. We got another probably 10 with the bacon. That's 46 grams. Potatoes probably about 3, 49, call it 50 grams. Divide that in half, 25 grams each. But we will be having Fairlife milk. And it's 13 grams per serving. I usually have about 2 servings. So we will be well under our goal of 40 to 50 grams of protein for breakfast, which is my goal for breakfast. Very important. Well, it's brunch, but then we got the fresh eggs. Woo, there's a double yellow one. There's 3. I'm going to mix some other ones in there, just to use them up. That was a small one. 7 eggs. Food bucket that'll go out to the garden. And put some seasoning in right directly. Might help if I take the cover off. I use different salts. This is Himalayan salt. It's got trace elements that you need. Stir everything up. That'll have to carry out to the garden. Let's get one more stir before we add the eggs in. Now, about 2 more minutes, add this in, and we will be ready. Plates out. And condensing my eggs whenever I can, just to make room in the refrigerator. Surprising how fast. Well, let's test one of my cucumbers. Before I throw the eggs in, well, you can see the taters, green peppers, jalapenos in there, the bacon's in there. And now we're going to add the eggs in there and throw some spices in it real quick and stir it up. A lot of times I would add like A1 steak sauce to it, but there's so much flavor in there already, they really don't need to. So here we go. Oh yeah. Blast down hot water right away, real quick. So you can see how it kind of fills it up and blends in. And it's kind of like it's gonna like hold everything together. I call it the food that's my food. Just stir it up. I don't want an omelet. I want it scrambled. So I'll pick it down to low. Oh, yeah. All right, almost there. So, and then those you got gift memberships from Ray and that, when YouTube will remind you when it's time to re-up, and I would invite you to continue. If not, that's fine too. Understand, YouTube will keep sending you reminders. I'm not doing that. So, I know, there's some channels that just kind of disappeared, or I just didn't agree with their content anymore, so I stopped being a member. You can't be a member of everything. But anytime I pop in there, it's like, well, would you like to rejoin? That's coming from YouTube. That's not coming from the creator. So I don't want you to think that I'm pressuring you. But as I explained in my member-only video about the benefits, so if you do continue to stay on, make sure you take advantage of the benefits. Get down on video chat and talk about what your fitness goals are and tell you some of the small changes you can make to start that process. A lot of times people think, I'm just going to reinvent myself. January 1st, I'm going from doing nothing to doing everything. And it's a very low percentage of those that do that succeed. All right, small steps over time is what finally brings you to where it becomes a habit, where it becomes a lifestyle, where you really start appreciating what it does for you. But if you go in there and you get a trainer and he works you out for an hour doing all sorts of things you never did, and within 3 weeks you're in so much pain, you ain't coming back. You'd be gone. I would too. A lot of times when I join a new gym, they want me to go with a trainer. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to sell, the trainer's job. And I tell them I'm pretty self-reliant because they do a completely different workout than I do. And I think I've done that 3 times where, I spent the workout with them because they asked me to. And none of those trainers asked me what my goals were. And every exercise they put me through had nothing really to do with what my goals were going to be. All right? Is it nice to try something new and different every now and then? It sure is. But they forgot the key word. What is it that you want to accomplish? Not what they want to accomplish to you. What do you want to accomplish? Very important distinction. So I say, if you go out there, the trainer doesn't ask you what it is you want to accomplish, find a new trainer. And there is the finished product. And this is good. You're like, oh my God, I can finish all that one bite at a time. How do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Let it cool down a little bit, and we are ready. Put my one last water jug. And brunch is served. So I want to thank everybody who came and joined in. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for entering chat. You know, like I said, if you're not a member, I invite you to be one. You got the gift membership. I invite you to stay one. Like, subscribe, share, all that YouTube stuff. And enjoy your Sunday. It's a beautiful day here. There's I don't know if I'm going to catch her. Stay there, birdie. All right. So there she went. Well, she comes back. I don't think I caught her. Yeah. Yeah, buy that feeder next year, honey. I got this hummingbird that pops in there and tries to feed off my lantern or red lights. We got flowers for her to feed off of. I've been trying to catch her. I caught her last year. Her, him, I'm not sure which. I'm trying to get her on video. Christopher, how we doing? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for the thumbs up. So we just finished the cooking phase. Eggs from the neighbor, potatoes, peppers, and jalapenos from my garden, bacon from the butcher. And it just don't get any better than this. It's eating good in the neighborhood. But thanks everybody for popping in. Remember, rest, nutrition, proper exercise, have fun, get out in the sunshine and walk. Enjoy life, do things, and everybody have a wonderful day.